Harbaugh now heads to the Los Angeles Chargers.
He wins everywhere. He wins, period.
Justin Herbert, he's a crown jewel.
Well, you guys better enjoy this.
Quick snap, Herbert to throw. Has a man, touchdown!
The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin.
Herbert on the move and throws and touchdown.
I was just trying to show off.
We're going to be known as world champions. And we're going to do it or die trying. Don't let the powder blues fool you.
Who's got it better than that?
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Will Doug, sitting with my buddy, Kev Duggan. Hey, let's not forget. We got Kyle the Coach Duggan here as well.
Hey, don't you tell me to calm down.
I would never.
Are you referring to our little incident on the live stream?
That's right when that happened, my phone died. And I was out. And I was like, oh, God, I hope they're still friends.
No, so there was a battle over shameless positivity at Adam's house, and Adam was the shameless positivity winner, and I was blaming everything on everyone for everything. And we had like a little best friend tiff that happens.
It happens.
And if you want to see that happen, go to our Patreon, Charger Chat. It was fun, though. We had a good time, except for the game.
Yeah. Everything else was great. All right, folks. Well, let's. We got so much to talk about here. Obviously, we've got an Ask Boltfam lined up for you, so let's waste no time and start at the top and just get it out. You know, just talk about it. Let's just
start at the top.
Let's just.
Dude, just get this done.
This felt like a 2023 Charger game, which I never thought we would say in the Harbaugh era. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
This was just a blowout. This was a unforeseen blowout. Like nobody thought, even the ones that thought the Buccaneers were going to win, nobody was like, well, the Buccaneers are going to hand it to the Chargers 40-17, put up 27 unanswered points in the second half. Like just nobody saw that coming. Like everything was, I mean, when they scored very quickly on us on that first opening drive, it was like, whoa, that's a little weird.
Secondary is looking a little sketch right now. I don't know what's happening.
But it was like, okay, well, we scored back, and it's like, all right, we're staying in it. And going into the half, we're leading 17 to, what was it, 13, something like that?
Yeah, 17-13.
Yeah. So it's just like,
we got the ball to start the second half.
We're getting the ball at the start of the second half.
We were set up to do some awesome stuff. And then the second half, our offense just disappeared, and our defense just was on the field too long. Like I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, I mean, we were seeing turnovers. Joey Bosa punching the ball out. We saw Tart Heap still
another
pick,
dude.
Like everything was just Lad McConkey getting a touchdown. It was just like everything's looking great. QJ getting a touchdown. It's like, this is fantastic. And it just, the second half was just miserable. Just could not get anything going. And I wish we knew exactly what finger to point. Like, I don't know. Like, this was just like the defense is not giving up this many points. I did just double check. We're now in a 3-way tie for points allowed for defense. It's between us and guess what? The Broncos and the Eagles. So we've all given up 17.6 points per game, 247, 3-way tie. So we're still at the top, but man, that was just such a crazy game. Yeah, 40 points, man. Like unreal that the defense allowed that to happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, looking over at Twitter right now, Chris Rim tweeting out Khalil Mack on why today's game pissed him off. When you let a team rush for 200 yards, that always does something to me. It's almost like you're disrespecting the game when a team is able to rush for 200 yards on you.
Disrespecting the game of football in general is what he's saying. That's intense.
Well, I mean, I don't know what's going on with our edge rushers, man. Like, I mean, Joey Bosa, causing a forced fumble, fantastic, great, no complaints. But like, this is a team that's got Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Bud Dupree, and Tuli Tuipulotu that are like supposed to be the guys that are supposed to get to the quarterbacks. And I don't know what the problem is. Like,
he was comfortable. Baker was comfortable in there, and we were getting some pressure, but it wasn't enough to move him off his spot. And Yeah, I had flashbacks, dude. I had flashbacks to last year, the way that defense, our secondary got picked.
It was the same week.
It was so weird.
It was the 1 year anniversary. It was the same week that we had that terrible game against the Raiders, and next day let go Staley and Tom Telesco. That's obviously not going to happen.
There it is. Now we know why. Let's just chalk it up to that. Let's leave it behind. That's what it was. No one's fault.
It was
just a bad day.
It was a bad day. It was a bad day, a bad anniversary. It was a bad anniversary and a bad day. And I pointed so many fingers at so many people yesterday that I'm not pointing any fingers at anyone right now, except for Telesco and Staley.
Okay. I was like, what are you getting at here?
Yeah.
Week 15, just every year, not our week.
Yeah, just cross. It's an L.
Just don't go to that game.
Yeah. If you're going to pay money, don't go to that game. Yeah.
Not week 15. And Derwin James on the game said they punched us in the mouth. We didn't stop the run. They passed really anything. We didn't stop anything today, and it showed on film. We got to flush it. Yeah, dude, this was a game. I mean, they did not punt the ball. Like it was either a turnover or a score. They never punted the ball in that game.
Can't wait. This honestly, the two super positives I'm going to take out of this game. One,
please.
It's not set like written in stone that Minter's going anywhere now. Like there's a good chance we might hang on to our sweet baby boy after that one game. That's my shamelessly positive take on that. And two, we're going to be able to wipe this shit taste out of our mouth on Thursday, and that's
pretty
so soon. Not great for the players. They got to bounce back real quick because this is a huge game on Thursday.
Oh yeah. No, it's in fact I think there's a tentative injury report. We'll have to pull that up here later. But Chris Rim also tweeting out Chargers defensive coordinator Jesse Minter on the level of concern on defense after Tampa Bay's game, said you play a game on the National Football League and give up 40 points and 500 yards. High level of concern. It can only be a one-off if you let it be a one-off. And Jim Harbaugh in the second half said, it's life, it's football. We've seen the good times and we've seen the adversity. And his message to the team is we didn't play well enough. We didn't coach well enough. And we're staring into the adversity. It's about how we respond.
Yep.
It's 100% how you respond.
100%.
I mean, and yeah, I mean, if you let this become a trend, then that ain't good. You gotta just let it go and come back next week, or at least not even next week, in what, 5 days, 4 days?
Yep.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, 4 days.
My question is, when is Dobbins back? I think that's my big question, because I think
soon enough.
Was this week 3? I think it's maybe the next game he's potentially able to come back. I think that's when the 4-week IR is up, so he'll be back for the last 2 games of the season. Because
potentially,
we need him. It's just could not be more clear that we need him. Gus is, I just don't think he's the number one. Like, he's put up less than 40 yards in back-to-back games when he's getting the bulk of the carries. It's not working out so well, and I can't put my finger on it. I don't know why.
We also haven't, we haven't committed to running the football. Like, I think if you look at his average yards per carry, it's not terrible. We just we haven't run the ball, and then obviously in this last game we got down big, so we couldn't run the ball. We had to throw the ball a bunch.
Right.
But it sucks to say this because I don't want to say this, but it feels a little bit like we don't know what our identity is on offense still. Like, it went from we have to run the ball the first couple weeks to okay, wait, we got Justin Herbert, we need to throw the ball, to we can't find a happy median. Right now, this week we had 11 rushes, 32 yards. Gus had 8 carries for 23. Kamani 3 carries for 9. And then we threw the ball 34 times. We also didn't, again, that's not a lot of plays. 2 weeks in a row where we just don't have the ball. We can't get anything going. It's not, it's just not getting first downs and then turning the ball and then giving them the ball, and they just hold on to it the whole game.
But then it's weird too, because we have drives like we had in that first half where it's like, wow, it's working. Stone Smart looked good. Like, everything was working, clicking.
Ladd
and
McConkey was back and making catches.
Q got it was working in the first half, and then it stopped working. So I don't know. That's what's so frustrating, is that we've seen it be successful with their approach. Yeah, but it's just not for 4 quarters.
No, and God knoweth what the issue is. I mean, obviously Justin Herbert is hurt, which was so frustrating to see. Every tackle that he got just seemed to be on that leg. He's got the injured ankle, he's got the contusion, his knee looked like the size of a grapefruit. So it was just like, man, like obviously now that's a situation where Justin Herbert can't run out of the pocket, which is what he's great at. He's great at being on the run, throwing the ball, finding somebody open and all that stuff. But like when he's got to sit in the pocket, man, that's not his bread and butter.
That's the rush. It used to be. The problem is just we're just getting the push up the middle so much that you can't do anything. When you're good in the middle, but you're getting rushed on the edges, you can step up. You can, it's easier to maneuver in the pocket. Right now, it's all coming up the middle, and it's just not going to change. That's just the reality of it. So, maybe I'm just not watching the game right, but there was not a lot of outlet passes for him if he's getting blitzed, because the blitz was crazy in that game, and most of the receivers were running deeper routes. The trees were deeper down the field and less like outlets. So I don't know what that was all about, but that kind of frustrated me a little bit.
It was a frustrating game. I think nobody would argue that in the slightest. But hey, we're 8-6 now. Yep. So we've still got chances here, folks. We're still looking at the playoffs, because right now the Chargers would clinch a spot in Week 16 with a win, coupled with a couple of losses by the Dolphins and the Colts. So the Chargers can win Thursday. Colts lose, Dolphins lose, we're in.
Yep.
It's a done deal.
Stop talking about it. We done did it.
We done did it. Yeah, we're sitting at an 86% chance right now to make it to the postseason. It keeps going down, but 86%'s still great odds.
It's the best percentage I ever got in high school in a class. Look at me.
Look at you. Look how you turned out.
Look how I turned out.
But boy, only a 1% chance to win the Super Bowl.
See, that's arbitrary once you get down there. Like,
you're right.
I'm not going to look at that. I'm looking at round 1.
So you're saying there's a chance?
No, but the seeding is important, man. Like, do we want to go play Buffalo or do we want to play the Texans? That's what you're talking about right now. So
sure.
We'll find out.
We will find out. ML Football tweeting out that the Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert is the second QB in NFL history with 20,000 passing yards in their first 5 seasons. Herbert joins one of the GOATs. Talking about Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's just
fling it.
It's a bummer because that's a huge stat, and that just kind of got lost in the beat down yesterday.
Yeah, I'm pretty used to cool stats getting lost in like bummer games. That it's just
remember
like,
his rookie season. It was one record after another. It felt like every single week he was breaking something, but we weren't winning games. So it was just,
when you don't win, it's tough to celebrate. But it is worth celebrating. Justin Herbert, one of the GOATs, in Chargers history, and I think I'm excited again to see what all the future games that comes from Justin Herbert. Daniel Popper also tweeting out that Justin Herbert was blitzed on 63.9% of his dropbacks yesterday, the second highest blitz rate he's seen in a game in his career, per True Media Sports.
Yeah,
just blitzing.
They brought the house, and we didn't capitalize on it. You should be able to capitalize on that at some points, but we just didn't.
Well, he's one of the best quarterbacks against the blitz. Like if you bring an extra man, he usually finds the right guy to get it to.
Right.
And it's not as if he had a terrible game. It's just that second half, man. We just could not do anything.
Couldn't connect with anybody.
It's inexplicable. I don't get it. I don't understand how it was so bad.
Yeah, I wish we knew. Another stat to celebrate is Quentin Johnston is currently first in the AFC with 8 touchdowns for current playoff teams. He's leading the AFC with 8 touchdowns. What a reverse. What a yin and yang between this year and last year to now all of a sudden be first in the AFC with 8 touchdowns.
Well, he's on pace for 11 touchdowns. Like the last few weeks, he's scoring every single game.
Yeah.
So we'll see. He's great when we get inside the red zone. He's super reliable down there.
He's got the sure hands there for sure. And hopefully that continues as well. I mean, I want these guys to do well. Damn it.
Please.
So, yeah, as we mentioned, there's a game coming up this Thursday, which means that we got to get these injury reports out here pretty quickly. So much so that these are just predictions, basically, for the injury report.
If they practice today,
if they were to practice today, what would happen? Will Dissly with his shoulder not practicing. Christian Fulton with a limited practice. I guess he injured his knee in this last game. Cam Hart, that was another big loss this last Sunday, was seeing him go down with a concussion again.
2 and 4 weeks is not great.
Not ideal.
He's got to wear one of those padded.
He's got to wear a concussion helmet.
Yeah. Wear the cap, dude. It's fine.
You don't have any of those.
No.
None of our players have worn them. Justin Herbert with his ankle injury, getting limited practice in. Again, these are all predictions. Apparently, Quentin Johnston got injured in his last game with an ankle injury, predicting that he won't be practicing, or Elijah Molden with a knee injury, or Tito Abonia with a pelvis injury.
Ow.
Yikes. These are all injuries we did not hear about in that last game.
Feels like a very specific groin injury.
I'm surprised Zion Johnson's not on here when he had to leave the game at one point. I don't know what his injury was or what that was related to, but surprised he wouldn't be on here. And Denzel Perryman also with the groin injury. Was really hoping to see him this last game too. Yeah.
Need him back big time.
Hopefully, we'll find out the day that you guys are listening to this episode what the actual injury report will be, but we won't really have a chance to talk about it before the game on Thursday. So keep an eye on the injury report, and fingers crossed for all our boys to come back as healthy as they possibly could be. And we hope that you come on over to our sponsor this week, Underdog Fantasy. It's the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off, which ones are ice cold, and you can make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sports opinions into real money. Like Red Zone Rush, a game you won't find anywhere else. Just pick whether or not a player will score a touchdown by swiping right for yes and left for no. It's as simple as that. Plus, your entry will be automatically boosted, and you'll get a 51% profit boost when you play. You could win up to 1,000 times your money just by choosing higher or lower on player stats like passing yards, interceptions, touchdowns, and much more. And Underdog is the best place to play champion, so sign up today and deposit now using promo code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. And what was the thing? Because we were talking with you, Kyle, during the game. Like, you can make high and lower picks like mid-game.
Yeah.
The odds change, and like the higher or lower options change, but you can continue. Yeah, it doesn't just shut off when the game starts. You can go back in there. And
it's super fun.
Yeah. So you could be watching mid-game and being like, I feel good about this guy. I think he's going to get another touchdown.
Yeah.
And hop right on to Underdog Fantasy, and you can make a pick right then and there. So download the app today and use code CCHAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Must be 18 or over 19 in Alabama and Nebraska, over 19 in Colorado for some games, over 21 in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783. Or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. And after you're done making those picks, you can head on over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ChargerChat, where if you were there this last Friday, you just saw a CD drop that was
oh boy,
one for the ages.
If nothing else, I'd recommend just signing up for 1 month and then canceling just so you could check out this thing that Adam did. It's ridiculous.
It's for Christmas. It's for the holidays, folks. There's some fun stuff going over at patreon.com/ChargerChat. But if you don't want to go over there, it's A-OK. You can check out our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there, like t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the members section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. All right, folks, it's time to go on to the next segment. Ask Boltfam. Hold on to your butts.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys.
Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do.
I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated. Catch you later, dude.
They love you, boy. That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and we start at the top with Brandon, who asked the question.
Well, poop. How did we just fucking lose that fucking bitch-ass, crooked, limp-dick, fucking hobbit-looking motherfucker? That game was worse than sucking a fart out of a fat bastard's slimy ass. I'm just so gosh darn angry right now. Okay, question. What the fuck? FTR, FTC, FTD, you, Staley, SMB, K love you, bye. Okay, find my happy place. Boobies. I'm a little happy now. Oh, bing bong toodles.
I love how he calmed himself down there at the end. That's important to know your.
It's important to come back down.
Yeah.
Get it out. Come back down.
Rein it in.
Rein it in. It's okay. Get it out. But
that's the eternal question this week, man. Like, what just happened? Like, seriously, what happened? I don't know. It was not a team we've seen. And I wouldn't say it was like a terrible game all around. It was just a terrible second half. The second half, they just did not show up.
All time.
They just ran away.
Yeah.
I mean, like just the time of possession in the second half. I'm sure we had the ball for like 5 minutes, probably.
Maybe, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I'm not mad that we lost. I'm embarrassed that we lost that bad. Because the Bucs are a good team. Like, they've beaten some really good teams. They had a weird little stretch there in the middle of the season where they were not playing well. Mike Evans was hurt, and that's pretty much and Bucky Irving. Like, they had a big part of their offense down. Yeah. That team at full strength can beat anyone. So I'm not like, how did we lose to
But
the
they should have
Bucs?
been at full strength. Their injury report was like 3 times as long as ours. Like, that's what was so baffling about it. It was like, if that was a full strength team, I'd be like, well, it makes sense. But
it was not a fun one. But
no,
luckily you don't carry over the score to the next game. 0-0.
That's right. It's a fun fact. You don't carry that score over to the next game.
We need a friendly reminder every once in a while.
All right. I blame Judge Judy. There you go, Brandon. Thank you for asking.
Who invited her?
Harbaugh, probably.
Coach definitely did.
He loves her.
He's a big fan.
Big fan of Judge Judy. Brandon, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Marco DeLeo, who asked the question.
I am sad. I'm just sad. Why are we so consistent at being inconsistent? Guys, cheer me up. We need at least one more win, right? To secure that trip to the playoffs, right? I'm sad. Please cheer me up.
Cheer up, Marco. Don't look so down.
What a pull. Original Willy Wonka. That was good.
Yeah, watch some Willy Wonka.
Cheer up, Marco. That might be the episode title.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, if we get one more win
and the Dolphins and the
Colts go down,
we're in.
We're good.
We're done.
We could be in this time next week.
Yeah. After that, we'll have to go back to the drawing board and check to see what scenarios we need to have happen. But ideally, I think if we can win definitely 2 more.
If we beat the Broncos, we have a chance of going out. Like those last 2 teams are not good football teams. Like they're not. If we play like we did yesterday, it won't matter. We probably won't win. Right. But they need to get their shit together. And if they can beat the Broncos, they'll have like an extra long week to get everybody, a little mini bye after the Thursday night, get everyone ready for the last 2 away games of the season.
Yeah, that would be ideal. So listen, 8-6. We are very much still in it. Like, we are not out of this by any long shot whatsoever. So just hang in there. Just hold. Just hang on, Marco. Appreciate you asking the question, buddy. Let's move it on now to Scotty B63, who asked the question.
Good day, fellas. Are the Bucs a really good team, or did we just save our worst performance of the season for today? Love you, bye, FTR.
I'd say I wouldn't even say it's the worst performance, man. It's the worst half of football we've ever played. Like, that's just what
on
that
both
game
sides
was.
of the ball.
Because we did a lot of great stuff in the first half. That's why it was so shocking the way that went down. It was just crazy.
Yeah, dude. Halftime, we were doing trivia questions with Pontus and Sweden, having a great time.
Yeah.
And
the Bucs are good. Like, they are a good team. They beat the Lions and the Eagles, the two number 1 and 2 seed in the NFC. Like, they are definitely a good team. But yeah, we took a big fat deuce on the field in the second half. We just played really, really bad.
Yeah.
All right. Hang in there, Scotty. Thank you for asking the question.
I feel like I should stop answering. I have nothing. I'm trying to make everyone feel better, but I can't. I don't know what to do right now.
I don't know what to
stuck.
do.
I'm just like in this loop of like my thoughts, and I can't get the bad ones out.
It's going to happen. Let's move it on now to Chaz B, who asked the question. Why is it when Herbert has some form of injury, the Chargers lose?
Interesting observation.
I don't think that that's necessarily the case. Because, I mean, the year that Herbert injured his ribs, we made it to the playoffs. Am I remembering that correctly? Because last year it was fingers, right? Like it was finger cuffs. Last year was fingers. The year before that was ribbies,
riblets.
And that was the year we made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, we made it somewhere.
I'm just saying.
And somebody pointed this out.
Definitive.
I don't want to bring this up because I don't think it's a fair comparison, but we were 8-6 that season at this point in the season.
And hey, we're still gonna make it to the playoffs.
I take it back. I take it back. It was the season before that when we were week 18 against the Raiders. The Raiders that winning in. We were 8-6 at this point in the time.
Well, we might have a chance for some revenge. We play the Raiders again, week 18.
Revenge.
Best
The Raiders are bad, dude. Did you watch tonight's game?
I did not.
They're really bad.
Well, yeah, losing your best player, Max Crosby, for the season will do that to you.
Yeah,
and they're on their third quarterback, Desmond Ridder. Like there's not a lot going on over there. That's
yikes.
That's what I can offer for hope for the Chargers is
we're not the Raiders.
Not the Raiders. Yeah.
We got that going for us.
It's amazing the slip we take in 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks ago, this time we were recording. Like, man, this is the best season we've had.
Yeah. I can't wait. Bring on the Chiefs.
Yeah, exactly. And now we just had 2 game dips. But I will say this because we talked about it last time. We haven't lost 2 in a row. Just saying, that hasn't happened yet.
Not yet,
and it won't.
Except this last game.
This upcoming one. That was 2 in a row. We haven't
lost more than two in a row. Oh, okay, more than two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
All right.
Facts.
So
digging in the barrel.
Yeah.
I'll pull something out, dude. I'm gonna bring Mentor Stan. We're good.
Yeah. It's like found one. Here's one. I got it. All right, Chaz, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Taylor Sitar, who asked the question.
Maybe.
As a coaching staff, what can you do right now to fix the O-line? There is 0 run game, and it's going to cost the Chargers Herbert.
What do we do? How do we fix it?
It's just our guards, man. It's our guards and center. I don't know. Our tackles are playing at an incredibly high level.
Yeah.
It's just the middle. So
do
you just want to switch some people out? Do you want to try something a little different? I don't know the answer. I really don't.
Yeah, the depth for the line. I mean, Salyer had to come in and play a couple of rounds. And then Zion came back in. But after that, we've got McFadden, Sam Mustafar for center, Hymas. That's probably the one area that we are lacking in depth, in quality depth that can come and be serviceable.
Yeah.
So it's tough. We've got the best out there by what we have to work with. Like there's just no other offensive lines that are just better, that are sitting around twiddling their thumbs doing nothing.
Well, and the thing is too also is like the blitzing. If teams pick up on what the Tampa Bay just did and they start to blitz, we have to come up with a better plan. We need to come up with some screens, some bubble screens. We need to come up with some stuff that is going to make them pay. I didn't feel like we made them pay once for blitzing us last game. Not one time.
Yeah, our screen game is non-existent. When have you? I don't know if we've had a successful screen all season. Anything wide receiver screen, running back, a tunnel, like something where we're trying to catch them from blitzing the crap out of us. And yeah, man, I don't know why any team wouldn't do that. Just run man and blitz everybody.
I want to see Joe Alt in space. I want to get that big boy out there blocking for somebody. I want to see him throw people around. We're just not getting that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting those opportunities, like you said, like Baker Mayfield was just getting it out so quick. And Justin Herbert had to take at least 2 or 3 seconds to make a read. And by that point, he's getting tackled by his ankles. And it's Like, I don't know why there's not any plays where like, okay, here's the quick out right here. Let me get it out right here.
They just weren't calling it. They weren't calling those at all. Because they try and run it on first down, we wouldn't get very much, and then they'd start to get themselves in a position where they have to throw for, you're not running those quick slants and that kind of stuff. They just didn't do it.
Yeah. This might be a dumb question, and I might cut it out later, but like, when we're talking about like wide receivers that like they need to work on their hands, or like go to the jugs machine, get on the jugs machine. That's going to make you better. Is there any exercise for the interior line that be like, go do this, you'll be better now against the blitz or something like that? Technique. Some exercise.
It's all technique, dude. It's all technique like that. Cause that's all I did in high school. It was the most boring football practices ever. I didn't do anything fun because it was all just where you step, hand placement. It's just, that's all it was. Mm-hmm. So they're not passing stuff off well. It's just not working in the middle, and they're stunting like crazy on us every single game up the middle and making it really hard for them to pick it up. And they're just not doing it. It's weird. It's so weird.
Very strange. Well, Taylor Sitar, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to House of Hain, who asked the question. Well, we shit the bed, the walls, and I say somehow the ceiling. Let's get this behind us and take down Denver on Thursday and take back our spot above them. Anyway, I say, how are the kids and Wolldog? I say, how is the cat? FTR, FTC, FTB, I say, K love you, bye. All right. Well, there's poop everywhere. How are the kids?
We got a bug running through my house right now. So there's not fun. There's not shit everywhere. There's puke everywhere. So
hey,
I got that going in my house.
Something new.
They're in good spirits. I wish I could be like my kids, where it's just like you puke and rally all day long. It's like, and then they just like take a nap, wake up, they're normal until they're not, and then they're normal again. Like it's. I wish I had that.
Kyle, how
we don't have any throw up or anything at our house. Everything's pretty good right now.
Good.
We're getting it out before we come visit you. We're getting it all out.
We're getting all fired up for Christmas. Yeah, and then I'm sure it sounds like Kevin is coming to our house on Friday. Hopefully that bug's gone, or else.
That's what I mean. We're forcing it out. We're all sitting in a circle, spitting in each other's mouths. We're just going to get this thing done with and get it over with.
And the cats are good. You're doing great. No complaints.
No hairballs?
No, they're not throwing up. At least not lately. Chances are, once this episode's over, I'm going to go out and there's going to be a pile of it somewhere. But
look what you made me do.
I had to keep up with the Duggins and their puke levels. Puke game's here. We got to be up here.
Yeah, we got to step up our puke game.
So yeah. There you go. Thanks for the question, House of Hain. Appreciate it. Let's move it on now to Andrew Ramsey.
Andrew,
who asked the question. It's been fun watching God redeem me from my foul language. But after this game, what the actual fuck? Fuck. Last one. Fuck. Okay, I'm done. This means we keep and mentor another year after this defense has laid another goose egg against a team with a winning record. Second, do we even want this team to make the playoffs? This offense is a joke, and I feel so sorry for Herbert, but I don't want to make the playoffs just to make it. I'd rather this team lose and keep in making the necessary personnel changes to get them to where they need to be. Winning sometimes allows for complacency. Hurt or not, Justin has shown healthy or crippled, this offense is just not consistent, and they will lose dogfights every single time. K, love you, bye.
You sound like a little bit of a downer here, Andrew.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a crybaby.
We love you, though, but
we do love you. But those are some bold takes. The fact that we lose every single dogfight, come on, Andrew.
These last 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks we've lost, but we played some really good.
We have 8 dubs. Yeah. And absolutely, I want to make the playoffs. I don't care if we have a bad week and our offense is a little bit shaky. Get into the tournament and anything can happen. And we need playoff experience. Like, Justin's never won a playoff game. Let's get into the playoffs and get some more experience, get things going. And there's definitely a culture of winning. You have to create that. It doesn't just happen. Yeah. So no, I do not want to lose any more football games. Let's win out, get on a roll. I think we could. Anything can happen when you get in the playoffs. Anything.
Yeah, you just got to punch the ticket. Once you get in, anything can happen. You know,
they have a big guy go down in the game, or like anything can happen. You have to just get in the playoffs and see how it goes.
Crazy shit can happen.
Well, and JK is coming back too. Like there's players that are going to come back, and it's our offense is going to look different in a few weeks. Trust.
JK will come back. Denzel Perryman will come back. God willing,
come on,
all
Andrew.
of these other guys are going to come back.
We got this.
Just gotta hold tight, baby. Stay strong. Come on.
Get
your fucks out.
Get the fucks out.
Yeah, you got him out.
Shake off the fucks. Get back in this.
Rein it in, Andrew. Rein it in.
You got this, Andrew.
We love you, buddy. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Athir Kadir.
Athir
Kadir.
Who asked the question? Judge and Chip, my brothers, baby, I love you all with my heart and soul, baby. First, I want to wish you all and your families a Merry Christmas early and a Happy New Year, baby. God bless you, Kevin and Coach Kyle. Please, please keep the wife and kids healthy and safe, baby. Now I got a statement to make. Then I'm going to ask my question, baby. Chargers brass will give Justin Herbert the best team he's ever had since he was drafted by the Bolts on both sides of the ball, baby. Chargers will go 14-3, dominate the AFC road to San Francisco Super Bowl. We'll go through SoFi Stadium. I promise you, baby. Now to my question, baby. Herbert over or under 42 total touchdowns in 2025 combined rushing and passing, baby. We're making a change. Coach Kyle, I want Bulldog, my love, my heart, my life to go first, baby. Followed by you, Coach, and Kevin, my amazing friend. Here's another bold prediction for 2025, baby. Kevin, your workers and your managers, you're going to have to tell them to find a new job after the Chargers dominate the Chiefs in regular season and beat their ass in the playoffs on the way to the Super Bowl title. Love you, Kevin, baby.
I love you too, Athir.
Yeah, he's saying Chargers are going to be so good. You're going to have to quit your job. You can't be working with any Chiefs fans.
That'll be rough. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I would. I'm very excited to see what this team does in the future. You know, future drafts. Joe Ortiz has been doing a fantastic job, and Jim Harbaugh leading this team, that culture. I'm very excited to see what this team's going to be in 2-3 years. Just how together and solidified and cohesive and winning they're going to be. But that's not the question. The question is over or under 42 total tutties in 2025, combined rushing and passing. How many does he have this year? What are we at?
Like 14, 13.
Yeah.
Not much.
I want to say over. It's just it's all going to.
Yeah, I mean, we all want to.
We all want that. It's just, it's going to come down to who we draft, who we sign in free agency. What are the, now that we've solidified those points of the spear, the sides, we got to solidify that center. We got to get him some weapons. But I mean, you can't just, draft's not going to be all offensive, and certainly the free agency won't be either. And you still got to pay guys. I think Rashawn Slater's going to cost a pretty penny, and there's going to be other holes to fill. A lot of these guys only signed 1-year contracts. So that's going to leave a lot of holes open next year if you're not re-signing those guys again. So
pretty much most of our defensive line is up next year.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So it'll be interesting.
I'm curious to see what other magic they have up their sleeves, but I want to say over. If you get them some targets that can create separation, can be playmakers, a tight end that he can be a go-to threat, it should be over for a guy like Justin Herbert. Coach Kyle, what do you think?
I'm not done with this year. I'm really not. I think, yes, he'll have a lot of touchdowns next year. 42 is a huge number, but yeah, I'm all in. But I'm not done with this year. I'm not ready to talk about free agency. I'm not ready to talk about what needs to change. 2 weeks ago, we were 8-4 and everyone was, this team's awesome. We're going to kill it. Yeah. And now it's, what's next year look like? I'm still all in on this season's Chargers. We are, we're a freaking playoff team right now, and we're all acting like bah humbug. This is the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
over under.
Give me the over.
What do you think, Kev?
We're pushing. 42 sounds good.
Pushing 42 even?
Even, yeah. It's a push. Calling the 42.
All right. You heard it here first, folks. Episode 382. When we get the touchdown count next year, come back here and see how we did. But there you go. Athir, buddy, thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Tony Francis, who asked the question.
Listen up, soldiers. What the actual happened in that second half? We have the lead at halftime and then get shut out 27-0 in the second half? The crowd at SoFi was trying so hard, soldiers, to keep up the hype in the second half, but the Bucs slowly squeezed the life out of us. First bad loss of the season, cadets. First bad loss of the season. Anyways, time to move on and kick the shit out of these donkeys on Thursday. My first question is directed to you, coach. Why didn't Jim Harbaugh let Dicker kick that 50-plus yard field goal in the first half? He has proven he can make long field goals in the past. My next question is directed to you, Kev. What the heck happened with Ladd dropping 2 easy passes from Herbert? Maybe you should buy a Ladd jersey this week to give him a mega spark as we go into the Denver game. And my last question is directed to you, Wolldog. Which of the 3 cities would you not travel to for a Chargers playoff game? Buffalo, Pittsburgh, or Houston? By the way, my brother-in-law and I are going. Oh, and did I mention we're sitting next to you and Kev and the Brisket Broads? See you soon, motherfuckers. F*** the Raiders, burn the kingdom, kick the donkeys, and suck my butt. Juice out.
Tony Juice Francis strikes again.
The Juice Francis.
Tony doesn't want me to go to the playoff game, I guess.
Well, we want you to.
Yeah.
Tony.
We're saving a little money so we can make it happen.
No, they didn't
No,
replace you.
you're
There's
coming.
No replacing Kyle.
I think we do it.
Oh, come back, Kyle.
Come back. Ralphie, come back. Oh, he's back.
We're back.
We'll figure it out. It'll be fun. Don't stress. Don't stress.
Don't be.
Don't cry.
Tony
Don't
doesn't want me.
cry.
Bring that bottom. Put that bottom lip back where it belongs.
First, Athir kicks me out of the top spot in the questions. Now Tony's not inviting me to the playoff games.
You're
Merry
invited.
Christmas, Kyle.
Yeah, humbug.
Seriously,
You get some shitty Christmas presents this
just on
week.
the island over here by myself.
No,
We got this. Don't worry,
baby.
Don't cry.
All right, let me answer Tony's question, I guess.
Yeah,
What was it again?
why didn't Dicker?
What is it?
Why didn't they let Dicker kick the 50-plus yarder?
I don't know.
Answer me. I want to know.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of become a consistent theme, whereas he's insanely accurate inside of 50. What was his stat? It was like 66 of 68 or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that.
only missed
Something
one.
crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. Honestly, I felt like the last 2 weeks we've had a situation where it's like, well, just go for it. Don't punt. And especially JK's punt went 10 yards into the end zone.
They got it on the 20.
Yeah, they got it on the 20. So it was like a 20-yard punt. It's just either go for it or kick the field goal. That's my thought. Jim Harbaugh's an incredible coach. I'm sure he has logic for it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't let Dicker unleash the big old boot from outside of 50. I don't know.
The big old boot.
The Bootarooski. Yeah, I wish he did. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't have made a massive difference. I mean, it could have. Might have been a momentum keeper. But who knows? Kevin, what the heck happened with Ladd?
I don't know. That was weird.
Oh no, weird.
That was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like Justin was just a little off this game. I don't know what it was, just a little off. His ankle, you saw his ankle taped up. He's playing through pain. Most of us would probably be in a bed, whining to our significant other, whoever it may be. Like, I need more Pop-Tarts. Like, that's the kind of energy that I would have with his injury, and he's playing NFL football. So let's hopefully he gets a little rest and reprieve the next 2 days and is ready to go on Thursday. They kind of screwed us by flexing this game into Thursday. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm livid about it still.
It was a good flex because this is a big game and it means a lot as opposed to the Jets or whoever was in this spot last. But kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. And as far as which of the 3 cities I would not want to travel to, it's Buffalo. Buffalo sounds miserable.
Cold as shit.
It sounds terrible.
Those playoff games are the ones where they're always like NFL in the morning, like, you know, like playoff football starts and it's like, we're paying people $20 and a hot dog to come shovel the snow off the seats. Like
$20 and a hot dog.
All right. I don't want to go there.
I mean, Pittsburgh could end up being that as well. I mean, Houston's it's an indoor stadium. So
Houston
that's
would
where
be
I
the
would
lap
like
of
to
luxury,
go.
yeah.
If I were to go to a game, I'd want to go to Houston.
Yeah. We could probably go see Craig because he's in Texas.
Hey.
Come on, we got to win Thursday. We got to win Thursday.
Now they've got something to fight for.
And
Craig
flights would be a lot cheaper too. Come on, dude, let's do this. Come on.
Yeah, do it for Craig.
Yeah. Do it for Craig.
Chargers. They're like, who's Craig? Don't worry
It's
about
a Craig
it. He's got
experience.
5
Just do
on it.
it.
All right, just do it. Experience the Craig.
Yeah.
There it is. Tony, thank you, buddy, for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions and Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. And that's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. And we normally save this for our Friday episode, but there's a game on Thursday, so we got to give out some poll predictions. So
I just heard when you said that, I heard the bleep and what it would sound like, and that's going to be a funny place.
It's going to be a good emphasis.
So we've got Bolt predictions to make for this game on Thursday. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
And I won't go too elaborate because
You're
I know
gonna
Kyle
pick
gets.
every player.
I don't want to screw you over like everyone that asks
Here
questions.
we go.
Here we go again.
So it's going to be a closer game, a 21-17 Chargers. Justin has 2 tutties to 2 different wide receivers. I don't know who they are, but there's 2 different separate wide receivers.
It's definitely not going to be DJ Chark. He, even though he caught 2 passes in this last game, none of them were near the
We've talked
inside.
about him far too much for what he's actually produced on the field. We might have to just mute his name until something happens.
Yeah. He's got to earn this.
Earn that.
All right. What do you think, Kyle?
I don't know, boys. I feel lost right now. I'm going to go 13-10 Chargers.
Okay.
I'm going real low scoring, and just this is going to be a dogfight because, I don't know. I'm going to go 13-10. I think there's going to be some turnovers. And what's my stat? I don't know. I haven't. There's not been enough time.
This is like
to
me.
move on.
I'm like looking up, going like, what could it be?
Dude, we just watched the game yesterday, and now I'm already predicting the scores for the next one.
Yeah.
I'll just go. We sack Bo Nix 4 times.
Cool.
Dude, I
Tarheeb
love
still interception? Another one?
No,
No.
that's not it.
I'm putting that one on mine. That's not it. Stack that one on mine. I'm doubling down. Parlay. I can't not parlay.
You have to parlay.
I have
You
to parlay.
have to. All right. I'm going to say the Chargers win. I think it's going to be a close game as well. I think it's just a question of, is this going to be like decently scoring, or is this just going to be like a back and forth, constantly punting or turnovers or whatever? I'm going to say 24-23. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty dang close. And I'm hoping this is the game that they let Dicker kick some 50-plus yarders. I think he kicks. He can't if they win.
No,
24,
you're
that's not
scoring.
gonna work.
Yeah, he gets 150
Or
plus.
he has 8.
Hey,
do that.
It's not
All
out of the
field
question.
8 50-yard field goals. So let's go.
It's bold.
I'm playing in
is
fantasy
bold.
if that's the case.
No, I can't do that. I'm gonna say.
I love how you're having to reverse engineer
Go
this
with
based
8.
on the
I
score.
am. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want that. I don't want to live in that world. I'm going to say Stone Smart comes in and gets 2 touchdowns.
Okay. I can see it happening after the way you played last game.
Yeah. So there you go.
Feed him.
All right. Bold predictions in the books, folks. I don't know. I don't think we're going to do an episode on Friday.
Nope. Yeah, the game's right there, and I'm traveling to San Diego, so we will.
We're going to have to take a pass. Hopefully, we're seeing you guys for an instant reaction, but worst case scenario, we will see you guys on the Tuesday episode for their next appearance. But that's going to do it for us here at Charge Chat. Any other final thoughts there, gentlemen?
Adam Rink better not pick us to win. That's all I have to say.
I'm not even looking. Even if he does, as long as I don't see it.
Yeah, we don't have to do a Friday episode with his pick. Yeah, I'm just not going to look at it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. There you go, folks. That's going to do it for us here at Charge Chat.
He's a scumbag. That's a good way
Don't
to think
forget to bolt up. Those are ready for any squad, any place.
Sack.
Suck my butt, Adam Rink.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey, Trey, what do you got there?
Just one of the new Pipkins Humble Pie.
Pipkins Humble Pie?
Yeah, it's the new pie from the Pipkins brand.
What flavors do they have?
Powdered blueberry, lightning lemon, and my personal holiday favorite, pumpkin spice.
Can I have a taste?
Nope.
New Pipkins Humble Pies. Tasty pies you can really cover your taste buds with.